The law of attraction is the powerful law that acknowledges the vibrational frequencies of all things, physical and not. And by not, we mean things that you can't translate through your physical senses. You can't see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it, but it's still there. The law of attraction manages all vibrational frequencies. It's the reason that when you tune your radio dial to a certain station, you hear what that station is broadcasting, because the broadcast frequency and the receiving frequency of your receiver are set at the same place. So you're that way with everything in the universe. Every person, every thought, every idea, every aspect of everything has a frequency. And when you focus into being and add emphasis to, sort of solidify a frequency. And when you do that, things that match that frequency then show up in your experience. It's the law of attraction. There's no law of assertion. No one can assert into your experience, but sometimes you think they are because you're giving them and what they think your attention. But it's your attention to them that is the attracting factor. They're not asserting anything into your experience. So when you finally get that, then you might want to start practicing what you're offering vibrationally. There is no law of assertions. It's all attraction. Oh, you're an extension of source energy, and your source is with you in everything that you are experiencing. And as you're sifting through life and making your conclusions about what you prefer about this and that and this and that, you launch these rockets of desire, and your inner being rides those rockets and becomes vibrationally equivalent with the things that you have sifted from life and ascertained that you prefer. So your inner being always stays on the precise leading edge of what your life has brought you to become. And so the thing that you need to understand is that your life has caused you to become vibrationally more than you have caught up with, but your inner being is always out there on that leading edge with what you have become, which gives you the opportunity to use your emotional guidance system to catch up with what you have become. But instead of paying attention to what your inner being knows, which means feel your way to your path of least resistance, on your path of least resistance to what your inner being knows about who you have become, instead you so often look to another human who is so, in comparison with what we've just said to you, completely and utterly detached. And for you to use anything else as your guidance about where you are, when there's your inner being with you every step of the way, knows what you mean, knows what you saw, knows what you meant, knows what you launched, knows who you've become vibrationally, and stands there beaming a signal of who you are and what you want, which is the signal that when you come into alignment with it, you're going to feel frisky and full and fun and clear and empowered and in love. And so once you decide to establish a conscious relationship between you and your inner being, which means you decide to care about how you feel and own it when you don't feel good, and acknowledge that you not feeling good is about the push-pull in you, you're gonna improve every relationship you have, because you're gonna let them all off the hook. Can you imagine being up close and personal with someone, an employer or a lover or a parent or a child, anyone, a friend, having a relationship with someone who just wants to love you and isn't demanding anything from you to shore them up? They've already found out how to be whole, and now they are wholly living happily ever after and expecting you to do the same. And there's no competition, there's no power struggle, there's no game playing, there's no you are diminishing me, there's none of that stuff that never was anyway. That was always your disagreement with your inner being. Every time you act like, every time you present yourself as someone who is needy, you get crossways of your inner being who knows you aren't. That's like your inner being standing with a basket of everything you've ever asked for, and you pretending like the basket doesn't exist because your friend won't give you anything. And we say you're looking for your stuff in all the wrong places. You're looking for love in all the wrong places. You're looking for clarity in all the wrong places. Now, have we talked you into being antisocial? That wasn't our goal. We just want you to hook up with who you are and then play with each other. it's instead of looking for something that isn't there, and when you don't find it, then you're in a funk. Look for it where it is and find it, and then go play with others who have found it too. And when you look for connection and find it, you'll find others who have looked for and found it, and then you'll be like this crowd here today. In other words, that's what this is really about.